Hello, everybody. It's time for another Dark Deception devlog. Number 3. And before we begin, I'm going to go ahead and address the elephant in the room, a question I've been asked quite frequently for the past few months. Why did Devlog 3 take so long? Well, to answer that question honestly, it's because Chapter 1 took a long time. When you start off development on a game, usually the first levels, the first segments of the game design take a really long time to do because you don't have a pipeline in place yet. You don't have the assets built. You don't have that backlog of usable assets to kind of put things together quickly. And unless you're one of those teams that goes and buys a lot of assets off stores to reduce the time cost of building those assets, it just takes a long time. And the good news is, as you progress through game development, the time is reduced because you do build a backlog of assets and materials and animation that you can reuse to basically, make the level build faster, which helps you get those additional chapters out faster as well. You also get a better feel for the workflow. So that's pretty much the reason why Devlog 3 was delayed as long as it was. The other reason is because the way I'm doing these devlogs is that I want to do one devlog per level. The devlog will cover the entire level. So if the level's not complete yet, or if it's still in progress, I may not have enough content available to create the next devlog. So that was the case with the school, since I was so focused on getting Chapter 1 out in the best form possible that development on the school was slowed down a bit, which also slowed down this devlog. And if any of you follow me or follow Glowstick's devlog on GameJolt or our Twitter page or our Instagram page, you also may have seen that this past September I went to Tokyo for a Tokyo Game Show. That was really interesting because that was actually my first time in Tokyo and my first time ever attending Tokyo Game Show. And to top it off, it was also my first time meeting Nixon in person. That's right, he flew out there all the way to Japan from where he lives, which is very far away. I won't say where he's from, but he flew all the way to Tokyo and met me there. We went to the show together and hosted a booth there. And we met a lot of amazing indie teams from other countries. We met a lot of amazing gamers from all over the world. It really was an awesome event. We also got to check out Akihabara and some of the areas of Tokyo, which was a blast. We definitely got lost in the Tokyo metro system. That was a bit of a learning curve for us, given that where we come from, the metro systems are a little bit simpler. But yeah, overall, it was a really amazing experience. It was really good for Dark Deception, and we were featured during Tokyo Game Show by Steam, and then we launched immediately after that. And so far, the game has done amazingly well, way beyond our expectations. In less than 7 weeks, it's already shipped almost over 100,000 units on Steam alone. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for supporting our silly little horror game. It's been an amazing journey so far, and I can't wait to get through the next 4 chapters to get this game wrapped by next E3 is what we're targeting, to have all 5 chapters done, pretty much June 2019. Okay, moving along. Let's get to what you guys are really here for. Nope. Not that. This. Yep, the school. As you might remember, we built a demo of this way back in early 2014. Fortunately, only one person got to try it out, and I say fortunately because it was a broken mess. As many of you have seen in Kira's video, Agatha's AI was impossible. You could try running away, but no matter what you did, she would catch you. That said, it wasn't the best gameplay experience to release. So I flushed it down the toilet where it belonged and started over. So what about the new school? Well, where to start with that? How about Agatha? That's right, Agatha's coming back. I guess the first thing to talk about would be her AI. So if you remember the old demo, her AI was broken, impossible, overpowered. It was everywhere, and you just couldn't get away from it. And she didn't really have like a set movement pattern. She just kind of glitched around and jumped in front of the player. Now, she's a bit different. So if you played the first level, the hotel, the monkeys are a very different AI type. The monkeys were mindless animatronics. Their AI focused more around relentless pursuit. So that was the theme with the monkeys, was that we wanted them to give the feeling of relentless pursuit, which actually drove a feeling of anxiety in a lot of players. With Agatha, it's very different, and it's going to be that way with a lot of the levels, is every enemy is going to offer a different experience, which will require the player to kind of adjust their tactics in order to survive and get through the level and accomplish the task. Agatha's theme is more cat and mouse. So while Agatha will not always relentlessly pursue you, she will relentlessly search for you and torment you. And that is really what Agatha's AI is designed to do in the school level. I think generally one of the key differences being that, Dark Deception is not Outlast. There are no beds for you to hide under. There's no closets for you to crawl into to avoid the enemy's detection. You're still in a maze, and you have to constantly keep moving forward to survive. Because in Dark Deception, sitting still for too long is essentially death. Like the monkey, Agatha also has her own custom kill animations that you'll see each time you die. And also, as you progress through the level, Agatha's AI will increase in difficulty as well. Another really cool thing to note about Agatha is that we've hired Kat Cressida to come in and do the voice for her. If any of you are fans of animation like I am, then you probably know her from Dexter's Laboratory and Archer. It really is impossible for me to say enough about how phenomenally talented she is. I mean, just listen to this.
What's the matter? Not having fun yet? I found you.
Wow. Yeah, you guys, that's freaking Dee Dee. That's just awesome. Probably one of the greatest highlights of developing Dark Deception over the last couple years has been working with the extreme voice talent that I've been able to work with. I never thought I'd have Carolyn Seymour, Kat Cressida, and Christopher Corey Smith doing the voices for my game. So while becoming a SAG-AFTRA project in order to work with that talent was extremely costly and a bit of a pain, it was definitely worth it. Lastly, that brings us to the school. While there still are some legacy assets being reused from the 2014 Unity build of the school level, most of the school has been redesigned and built from scratch. Also a big difference is the size of the map itself. Compared to the hotel level, the school almost doubles the size of the maze layout. It's also the first map to introduce zones, so no longer will all the shards be contained in one maze. Soul shards are now divided amongst multiple zones in each nightmare, and the player will have to collect all shards in each zone to progress to the next zone. Only by collecting all soul shards in all zones will the player be able to break the barrier and collect the ring piece. Okay, so another new mechanic being introduced in the school level is powers. As the levels progress and become larger and the enemies more complex, you'll definitely need powers to survive. Without them, you basically have no chance. The powers in Dark Deception are gained from collecting each of the ring pieces. Essentially, each time you collect a ring piece, Fierce will help you unlock the power contained within. In addition, soul shards enable you to level up. Each time you level up, you gain a skill point. Skill points are basically the currency required to level up each of those powers that you unlock. There really isn't a right way to level up your powers, so it's entirely up to you how you want to do that. And that's where a little bit of the strategy comes in, because as you go on, once you collect and unlock all of the powers, you'll be able to use them and shuffle between them during gameplay however you want. So if you find yourself using one power more than the other, you can level that one up to its max level. Again, that's entirely up to you. There is no right or wrong approach to this. It really comes down to your style of gameplay and which power you excel with. Okay, and that's a wrap for this devlog. I think this is a good stopping point. Next time in Devlog 4, I'm going to be talking about the Manor level. So stay tuned, thanks for listening, and if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys following along with these devlogs, and I'll try to get them out a little bit faster as we go. Thankfully, we're on a better schedule now with the release of the chapters, and that will help drive these devlogs out a bit faster as well. Okay, that's it, guys. Good talk, good night, and I'll see you next time.